Welcome to Mathmerge. In this video, I will teach addition and subtraction of integers with examples. I will explain it on a number line. Also, I will go through the sign of answer when two integers are added or subtracted and two-digit and three-digit addition and subtraction. I have two positive integers, 3 and 2. Addition is straightforward. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So let's locate 3 on the number line. So I know 3 is a positive number, so it is 3 units to the right of 0. So 1, 2, this is 3 on the number line. I have to add 2 to 3. So I am adding an integer which is positive. So 3 plus 2. So since I add a positive integer to 3, I moved 2 units further to the right. So 3 plus 2. 3 is here, plus 1 plus 2 equals 5. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. Next, I have one positive and one negative integer. So I have yeah, first I will take this 3 minus 2, or this also is 3 plus negative 2. This also equals 3 plus negative 2. 3 minus 2 is 3 plus negative 2. So first let's locate 3. 3 is over here on the number line, 3 units to the right of 0, and I'm adding a negative integer or I'm subtracting 2. I'm adding negative 2 or I'm subtracting 2 from 3. So I move 2 units to the left of 3. 1, 2. So 3 plus negative 2 equals 1, or 3 minus 2 equals 1. Right? Next I have negative 3 plus 2. Negative 3 plus 2. So this is negative 3 plus 2, it equals negative 1. Let's locate negative 3 on the number line. A negative number is to the left of 0. So negative 3 is 3 units to the left of 0. 1, 2, 3. Here is negative 3. This is negative 3 and I add a number. I add 2 to negative 3. So since I add, I move 2 units to the right of negative 3. So I move 2 units right, I end at negative 1. So negative 3 plus 2 equals negative 1. This I can also write as 2 minus 3 equals negative 1. This particular 3 plus negative 2 equals 1, I can also write it as negative 2 plus 3 equals 1. It is one and the same thing. Now suppose I have this negative 3 minus negative 2. So here two negatives make a positive. If I have two negative signs, it becomes a positive sign, and this equals negative 3 plus 2. It is the same as this. If I have negative 3 minus negative 5, this becomes negative 3 and two negatives make a positive. So this becomes negative 3 plus 5. So I locate negative 3 on the number line and move 5 units to the right, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This equals 2. And then I have negative 3 minus 2. So I locate negative 3 on the number line and I move, since I subtract 2, I move 2 units further to the left. Answer is negative 5. In short, I add the numbers. 3 plus 2 equals 5. And the sign of the answer is the sign of these numbers. In this case, the sign of the answer is the sign of the number with greater absolute value. And in this case, both the numbers are positive. So the sign of the answer is positive. In this case, both the numbers are negative. So I add the numbers and keep the sign of the numbers. In short, I add the absolute value of these two numbers. And the sign of the answer is the sign of the numbers. Now I will go through adding three or more numbers with different sign. So first I have 20 minus 9 plus 3. So first it is 20 minus 9 and plus 3. So I have 20, I have 20 plus 3 minus 9. So first I add 20 and 3, which equals 23, and 23 minus 9 equals 14. The number with the greater absolute value, that sign of that number will be the sign of the answer. So here the greater absolute value is 23. So the sign of the answer will be positive. Then I have negative 10 minus 18 plus 12. So I have two negative numbers. Adding two negative numbers, or so I add their absolute value. So 10 plus 18 equals 28, and the sign of the answer is negative as both the numbers are negative. So negative 28 plus 12, the answer is 16. It is as good as subtracting 12 from 28. The answer is 16, and the sign of the answer is negative as the number with the greater absolute value is negative. Then I have 4 minus 7 minus 3. So I have negative 7 minus 3 if I break the sum. So negative 7 minus 3 equals negative 10. So it is 4 minus 10. It is the same as subtracting 4 from 10. The answer is 6, and the sign of the answer is negative as the number with greater absolute value is negative. And then I have 16 minus 5 minus 4. So I have, if I break the sum, it is negative 5 minus 4, which equals negative 9. So 16 minus 9, it equals 7. The answer is positive as the greater number is positive. Then I have 12 minus 8 plus 10 minus 6. So I write it in another way. I write the two positive numbers together, 12 plus 10, then minus 8 and minus 6, the negative numbers together. So if I break the sum, it is 12 plus 10, which equals 22, and then negative 8 minus 6, which equals negative 14. So 22 minus 14. The answer for 22 minus 14 is 8. And the sign of the answer is positive. It is positive 8 as the number with greater absolute value is positive. Then I have 40 minus 15 minus 10 minus 70. So it is as good as first adding the negative numbers together. 15, 10 and 70. So here 5 plus 0 equals 5. 7 plus 1 equals 9. So the answer is 95, and it equals negative 95 as all the three numbers are negative. So 40 minus 95 equals 55, that is negative 55. The sign of the answer is negative as the number with the greater absolute value is negative. So next I will do two-digit addition and subtraction. I have two numbers, 43 and 96. So I will try various combinations of 43 and 96. First I have 43 plus 96. So I write the numbers one below the other in such a way that I have 3 and 6 in the units place, and they come below one another. So the digits in the units place come below one another, and 4 and 9 in the tens place come below one another. So 43 plus 96. In the units place I have 3 plus 6. So in the answer in the units place I'll have 3 plus 6 equals 9. And then in the tens place I have 4 plus 9, which equals 13. So 13 here it is in the tens place. So I have 13 tens, which equals 10 tens and 3 tens. 10 tens equal 100. So 3 comes in the tens place and 1 comes in the hundreds place. So the answer is 139. Next I have two negative numbers, negative 43 minus 96. The answer is the same. I have 139 but with a negative sign in the front because both the numbers are negative. Next I have negative 43 plus 96, or it's the same as 96 minus 43. So again I write the numbers one below the other in such a way that the units place is below the units place and the tens place is in one line. So 96 minus 43, 6, I subtract 3 from 6 which both are at the units place. So 6 minus 3 equals 3 and 9 minus 4 equals 53. So it equals 5. So answer is 53. So the answer for this is 53. And then I have 43 minus 96, or it's the same as negative 96 plus 43. It is the same again as subtracting 43 from 96. So the answer is 53, but with a negative sign in front. So it's a negative integer and the answer is negative 53. Then again I have another sum on two-digit addition and subtraction, and here it is with regrouping. It is with regrouping. So I have two numbers 79 and 68. Let us consider the addition 79 plus 68 when both the numbers are positive. So again I write the tens place in one line and the units place in one line, one below the other. In the units place I have 9 and 8. So I do 9 plus 8. It equals 9 plus 8, it equals 17. So here I have 7 will come in the tens in the units place of the answer. But I have one more number in the tens place. I have 1. But here in the units place I can accommodate only 7. So I carry over 1 to the tens. And here in the tens I have 1 plus 7 plus 6. So 1 plus 7 plus 6 equals 14. So again 14, two digits. So 4 will come at the tens place and 1 will come at the hundreds place. So the answer is 147. Same for negative 79 minus 68. The answer is 147 with a negative sign. Then I have 79 minus 68. Again I write one below the other, the units place one below the other and the tens place one below the other. 9 minus 9 minus 8 equals 1, and 7 minus 6 equals again 1. So the answer is 11. Same answer for this. It is 11 with a negative sign for 68 minus 79, as the number with greater absolute value is negative. So answer is negative 11. Now I have three-digit addition and subtraction. So I have two numbers 659 and 345. 345. So I write them down one below the other just as before. The units come in one line, one below the other. The tens one below the other and the hundreds one below the other. So in the units place I have 9 and 5. So 9 plus 5 equals 14, which is 10 ones and 4 ones. This 10 ones equal 110. But in the units place I can write only 4. What is the ones? Like 4. And this 110 I carry over to the tens place. And so in the units place I have 4 in the answer. Then I have the tens, which is 1 plus 4, 5. 1 plus 5 plus 4, which equals 10. So in the tens place I have 10 tens and which equals 100. So I write 0 in the tens place in the answer, and this 1 I carry over to the hundreds place. So in the hundreds place I have 1 plus 6 plus 3. So 1 plus 6 plus 3, which again equals 10, means 1000, which equals 1000. So again in I have 10. So this 0 will come in the hundreds place and 1 will come in the thousands place. The answer is 1004. The same thing I will do for negative 659 minus 345. So the answer is the same, 1004, but with a negative sign. The answer is negative 1004. The next I have 659 minus 345. The same as 345, negative 345 plus 659. So I write one below the other. 659 minus 345. In the units place come below one below the other and so on. So in the units place I have 9 and 5. So 9 minus 5 equals 4. So in the units place in the answer I will have 4. Then in the tens I have 5 minus 4. In the tens place in the answer I have 5 minus 4 equals 1. And then in the hundreds place I have 6 minus 3 equals 3. So the answer is 3 here in the hundreds place. So the final answer is 314. The same answer here I have the other way round, negative 659 plus 345. The answer is the same, 314, but with a negative sign. So it is negative 314. Next again I have 3-digit addition and subtraction, and I have two numbers 620 here and 345. First I will take up the subtraction. So first I will take up this case, 620 minus 345. So I write one below the other, the units place one below the other, and so on. In the units place I have 0 minus 5. But can I take out 5 from 0? It is not possible, right? So here in the tens place I have 2. So instead of 2 I make this 1. I carry over 110 and make it 10 ones here in the units place. So here in the units place I have 10 minus 5, which equals 5. Again in the tens place now I have to do 1 and 4, 1 minus 4. But can I take out 4 from 1? Again it is not possible. So here in the hundreds place I have 6. So I take 100 from this 6 and make it 500s, and that 100 I make it 10 tens, and here again already I have 110, I make it 11 tens, and 11 tens, so this 11 minus 4 in the tens place, which equals 7, and in the hundreds place I have 5 minus 3, which equals 2. The answer is 275. Here the answer is the same, 275, but with a negative sign in the front, negative 275, because the number with the greater absolute value is negative. Then I have this addition, 620 plus 345. So I write one below the other, 0 below 5, 0 and 5 in one line, the units place, then the tens place 2 and 4, then the hundreds place 6 and 3. So in the tens place I have 0 plus, in the units place I have 0 plus 5, which equals 5. In the answer I have 5 in the ones place. In the tens place I have 2 and 4. So 2 plus 4 equals 6. So in the tens place I have 6. In the hundreds place I have 6 and 3. So 6 plus 3 equals 9. In the hundreds place I have 9. The final answer is 965. Here again I have negative 620 minus 345. I sort of add the two numbers, the absolute value of the two numbers. So the answer is 965 again, but it will have a negative sign as both the numbers are negative. So I have the answer as negative 965. Next I do a word problem on addition and subtraction. So the first problem is, I read it out. My weight is 52 kg. If I gain 2 kg, how much is my weight? So up till here I will solve the problem first. So initial weight is 52 and I gain 2 kg. So it is 52 plus 2 equals 54. 54 kg is the weight, new weight. Now post weight gain. If I gain means I add, so I add. So now post weight gain, if I join gym and I lose 3 kg, what is my weight then after weight loss? So loss means I have lost weight. So I subtract from this 54. After gain my weight was 54, and then after gain I have joined gym and I lost. So after gain my weight was this. So loss will be from that weight, that is 3 kg equals 51. So the final weight is 51 kg. Then I have the next sum. A group of 3 friends visit a school to donate candy to kids. The first boy has 10 candies, the second boy has 6 candies, and the third boy has 5 candies. So how many total candies do they have? How many total? So they have all these number of candies. How many total means I add. So it is 10 plus 6 plus 5. So 10 plus 6 is 16, and 16 plus 5 is 21. So they have 21 total candies. The school kids take only 15 candies of what the friends have. So how many candies are left in the end? So the school kids, they don't take all of the 21 candies. They only take 16 candies. So how many are left in the end means they have already consumed 16 candies. How many are left in the end means from 21 I have to subtract 16. So 21 minus 16. 1 minus 6 not possible, so carry over 1 in the 10 from the tens to the units, and 11 minus 6 equals 5. 1 minus 1 in the tens equals 0. So in the end I have 5 candies left out. Thanks for watching.